Hey everybody, this is the dry painting from the one I did with the paints that Joyce sent me. I am decidedly undecided about it. I think it will look amazing once it's resined because I think I'll see different layers. It's a bit flat right now, but I think the resin will really perk it up. And then this is the one I did that with vermilion in it. And I love this one. Love this. The blue is so cool. So let me put those back. This was one of the slice and swipes that tilted when it dried. So it kind of all went to the middle, but I still like it. I think it's pretty cool. And let me also show you. This just came out of being resined. This is MDF board. First time I have resined the MDF board. And I really like it. I love the painting too. And then lava, or whatever, Mars, however you want to call it, also just got done being resined and is so pretty. And you can really see the copper, the metallic, very pretty. And so now I'm going to re-pour this painting that was black, but is no longer. And I'm going to use similar colors. I just made some tiles over there for coasters. So I'm going to use similar colors for this because I like how those turned out. I'm omitting one color. I'm omitting this color. I don't know what it is. It's obviously some kind of blue and white, but I'm really not sure. But I am going to use, I just stirred this up and it keeps separating. Lemon yellow. And all of these are mixed with Floetrol and water. I'm using Liquitex Basic Cadmium Orange, Liquitex Basic Primary Red, Phthalo Blue, which is the only one with silicone, and Blick Brand Magenta. Hang on a second. Oh, I was just seeing if I had shut the door because it's quite loud up there. Alrighty, so I had done a dirty pour with those others. No negative space, but I like negative space on these bigger pieces because I feel it gives the eye like a path, kind of, something to settle on more. But I'm not really sure how I want the negative space to be, but I am going to get a cup for my dirty pour. Because I think I'm going to use more color than usual. My white paint is house paint, acrylic house paint, also mixed with Floetrol and water. There, I have videos where I show myself mixing the paints. And this is a washing machine pan. I need to just start saying that at the beginning of every single video. Alrighty, so I poured myself a cup of white. And as I said, only the blue has silicone. I put some gloves on. I haven't painted. I was going to paint yesterday. I got all my pink clothes and everything. I resined those 2 rounds that I just showed you last night, and I put a bunch of hanging wires on paintings, and I'm donating a bunch, so I was trying to get that organized, like what's going where. So I think I've got that pretty well organized, but we'll see if I actually do. Oh, and aqua. I knew I was missing a color. So usually I use very little color in my, like a flip and drag and stuff, but this is not going to be a flip and drag. This is going to be just kind of a dirty pour. I'm hoping that that is enough color. It should be. So pretty. Oh, you know, actually, I think I will use that cup for my white. Woo! There's a lot of stuff going on, isn't there? More than I usually have. So let's just start tilting and see where this takes us. I can't, I'm not really sure. Pitter patter of paint rain. That is quite putrid. I think it would have been cool had it all been a dirty pour or all not been a dirty pour. That is not good at all. So I'm going, I've got to blend it a little bit. Going on now. Okay, I am liking this. I am feeling it needs, there we go. Look at all those cells. It's crazy. And that's all just from the little bit of silicone that was in the blue. A little bit goes a long way. So if you are having trouble getting cells, so you're putting more silicone in, more is not better. It's not like cake, where more is always better. Speaking of cake, I've told you guys my new YouTube obsession, which is like my bedtime story, is watching cake decorating videos. I think I told you guys that. Kind of hooked on those. Sweet dreams. Oh my God, I'm hilarious today. Okay. One of these paints is thin because one of them is working on making my life miserable right here. So I may just tilt that side off because it's irritating me. That's what happens when you don't behave. You get tilted off into the bin of disappointment. Man, I'm hard-ass today. Okay. So I don't like as much. It kind of got like a little zigzaggy. But hang on, I gotta dry my hands or else I'm going to drip paint all into the painting. Like this part I broke by accident when I did my thingy. So I may put another thing of white. This part right here to me is gorgeous. And, well, you know what? Let me torch it and see where we are before I do anything to it. And honestly, I'm not sure how this is going to dry because it is warped. Because I've told you how these boards are warped for, you know, about 2 weeks after they're poured. And this has flattened out quite a bit. It was pretty bad. This one warped more than any of them. But I didn't allow it to flatten out all the way before I did this one. I mean, you can tell there's a slight curve to it. So I'm hoping that it doesn't slide off the ends. It is dripping more down here. So I think I will, for the next few hours, keep turning it, which will help a little bit. Try and keep it level. But considering it's wood and it's, you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. You know, worst comes to worst, I have to redo it. And not 1,000% in love with this. I thought I do have a straw. So see, I am going to do something. Oh my gosh, can you see these cells? Here, you know what? I am going to actually zoom you in while I'm doing the straw, because what's happening is pretty, oh, you are pretty close, actually. Okay, so you are pretty close. But, I mean, you know, I always get fascinated by these. I'm not a huge cell person, but I'm fascinated watching them. See, it's things like these, even when the painting I don't like, oh my gosh, I enjoy it to its fullest. I do have a question though, for those of you, somebody said, I don't remember where he lived, but that they don't have latex house paint. So what do you paint your walls with? Is it oil-based? I asked him, but sometimes on YouTube when I reply and then somebody replies back to me, it doesn't always tell me. So sometimes it gets way buried under hundreds of comments. So sometimes I never see it. So that's why I've said, like, if you have something important to tell me and it's a reply, and if I don't see it, email me it. Sometimes it just gets buried. And for some reason, YouTube just chooses various random messages to tell me, but doesn't seem to be a rhyme or reason to it. I love YouTube, though. I just found a new workout person that I really like. Because I hate going to the gym. I like it in my house where I can wear just junky clothes and be barefoot. Maybe that's why I like painting so much. I like painting clothes. I've always said, like, if teachers got to wear scrubs to work, we'd be a lot more productive because we'd be so comfortable. Like, my mom was a teacher in the 70s and had to wear pantyhose and heels. Could never do that. It's just random thought of the day. Probably because I'm blowing in a straw and losing oxygen. This is a very busy painting. Okay, I am done. I am still unsure about it, and my inclination would be to go over this part with white. But I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to look at it, and I think I do like it. I'm not going to change it. I do want to end by showing you, and I think I've showed you. Ooh, goodness, that would have been really bad. Oh, it's over here because I washed it. I think I showed you this, but a lot of people have been commenting how they're not crazy about the colors. And I am not crazy about the colors either. But I'm going to try and hold this with two hands. Look at these amazing cells. And the intricate patterns. I mean, you could stare at this painting forever, especially like this area. At least I could. Right there. It's fascinating to me. So I think when I resin it, I will put some Acrylic powders in it. Probably some bright purple and blue to give it some oomph. But I just love the detail in it. So here's this one. It's crazy busy, but it's fun. And you would not think that I used the colors that I did, because those are the colors right there that I used. And it's just purple and blue. So Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye.